Now, be very careful about where you walk in here.
Okay.
Because you'll see parts of the floor that are cracked. If you step on those, you fall through to the dungeon, to the basement of the dungeon.
Step on a crack and you break your mother's back.
You might break your back because you'll fall.
Okay.
Or your face, depending on which way you fall.
Huh?
I would like to join your party, but I am only a sad anteater.
You might want to equip the flame sword.
Okay.
Because I think things in here are going to be kind of weaker to fire.
Okay.
Not everything, mind you, but... It's weaker than the greatsword, but you can change that to the greatsword once you get done with the dungeon.
That's fair.
We have Flame Sword because we were playing Mega Man 8. We also have... At that point in Mega Man 8, we would objectively have to have the Tornado Hold, the Thunder Claw, the Ball, Frost Wave, and Flash Bomb. Mega Man 8's come up more than once today while we've been doing things.
A couple times, yeah.
At least it's Sonic 7.
In the Mega Man X series, X5 is about where I'm like, okay, after this, I feel like I'm done here. Which is I have beaten X6. It's not great. Mostly, it's much like X5. It was super rushed, and they just terrible gimmick, bad level design.
So it's Mega Man 3.
I like Mega Man 3, but yeah.
Rushed, some bad boss gimmicks.
It's not even boss gimmicks. God, where to begin with X6? Like, there are definitely levels that they clearly did not test without having, like, the ultimate armor. And, like, there's, like, a gotta-catch-em-all mechanic where you have to rescue hostages, but they are permanently missable. There's also, like, randomized, we're going to make the level harder things just because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, well, you know. There are a couple of treasure chests in here, and I don't know how... I don't think they were hard to find. Only one of them was a piece of equipment. The other two were like a starlight and some money. Those little goblins with the clubs here are probably the worst heavy hitters out of the bunch. They do a special attack that takes like 40 some odd hit points off of you.
Bug.
Hey, you see that big crack in the floor there, right?
Yeah.
Don't step on it.
Okay.
Because there's literally just enemies down, and if you fall, they're just enemies, and you have to basically trudge all the way back up here. So unless you are just absolutely desperate for the experience, there's literally no reason to go down there.
By the power of Athena.
That was a good pretzel we had today.
Yes, it was.
The thing you don't realize, so like, 80% of the pretzels in the U.S. are made in Pennsylvania. At least like the store-bought ones. When you're getting fresh pretzels, what you don't realize unless you're like in this part of the country, fresh pretzels in other parts of the country kind of suck.
I mean, why though?
They're just, they don't taste as good, they don't have as good texture,
But it's a pretzel. How can one group be creating it so differently that it tastes good, but everyone else missed the memo somewhere?
I don't know is the thing, but like, and I mean, we have pretzels at my job occasionally, and those are made with beer, which is delicious, but in this case, I'm not sure what the difference is, but it's just like, holy crap, I could have been having these the whole time? Damn!
I mean, it's a baked good. I can't imagine that there's just this one magical way that makes it so much better than everything else. You kind of have to wonder exactly what it is that sets the pretzels in your region apart from every other pretzel.
Yeah.
By the power of
I know they take them very seriously, especially the closer you get to Philly. Which... Gonna pull the map real quick. Just for my own edification.
That's the worst part about Confuse.
Yeah.
When it rolls randomly and your characters heal the enemy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were definitely getting closer to Philly there.
Yeah.
Like maybe hour and a half away. We were a good ways into Pennsylvania there.
We were. Oh, hello.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this dungeon is not... It looks like it has a whole lot of alternate paths and such, but it really doesn't. It's a little more linear than it tries to look like.
A lot of ants.
Ants.
Ant on a pant.
I mean, there was a game I played that was called Ants and Pants.
Yep.
What was it about?
It's literally like you got these little plastic ants that when you press on a certain part of them, they jump. And then you got like these big pants, and the goal was to try and get all of your ants to jump into the pants.
This sounds like a weird board game for children.
It was.
It was.
Quite.
It was.
Oh! I thought you said you played it on the channel.
Nope, I played it as a kid.
Nope, it was literally someone just heard the phrase, "You got ants in your pants?" And decided,
And someone else was like,
I'm making a board game based on that.
I mean, if Crocodile Dentist can exist.
Or Gator Golf.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, my neighbor had a fucking, Tornado Rex. We never actually played it properly. We would set up the board and just set things up to get demolished by fucking Tornado Rex.
Of course it does. I mean, that's the fun part of it.
It's like, we could actually play this game, or we can have Tornado Rex just demolish everything, why not?
Yeah. I mean, why would you not?
It's kind of like Mousetrap. Nobody plays Mousetrap properly.
Nope, you just want to see the thing fall.
Exactly.
That's all you want. I think I played Mousetrap properly one time in my life. And those of us that played it decided we never actually wanted to play the game again. We just wanted to set up the Mousetrap and watch it go.
Like, I had it as a kid, and like, I think we tried to play it properly once, but because I was like 3, it was just like, no, let's just set up the trap and watch it go.
Monsters everywhere.
Freaking dark matter from Kirby, man. Although this game predates Kirby... Well, the original version of this game predates Kirby's Dream Land 2 by a couple of years, so...
Oh, hello, Blackjack.
He's just sitting here. Just sitting here wanting pets.
Apparently Arcane Griffin is playing Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
I am surprised. It is not Blueprints.
Yeah!
As I recall, Binding of Isaac was one she played for, like, just to turn off her brain for a while.
I mean, I did the same thing, too. Especially when I used Azazel. Because, like, I can fly and I can shoot lasers in any direction. Rah.
Bah!
That's not a fox.
Yeah, I love that clip.
Just,
It's what, Firefly?
yeah, Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly doing a warning bark on Save a Fox.
Yeah.
It's a fox that sounds like it's a chain smoker who has whiskey for breakfast.
Yes.
Because, like, a fox warning bark is normally a very distinct sound. It's
Yeah. Like, ah!
But Firefly, it just goes... Bah! Bah!
Okay, is that a pass? That is a pass. Okay. What's in here? Okay.
Foxes have very distinct vocalizations in general.
Ooh, isn't this fancy?
The disco.
Shiny.
The disco.
Disco.
Disco duck.
We were both thinking it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
Try your luck. Don't be a cluck.
Ah, the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
That song hit that top 10.
Yeah. Yes, it did. Oh god, this would have been like 20 years ago. Like, my family was on a vacation and they were flipping through the radio channels in our rent-a-car or whatever, and like, I don't remember what channel we found, but it's like, we're going to do our disco hour, and like, they played Disco Duck followed by like the Bertha Butt Boogie, and at that point we got the fuck out of our car.
I mean, I just remember when I went to visit you in Oklahoma, and one time on the radio it went, in heaven there is no beer, and you just died laughing.
Because that song is fucking hilarious!
Yeah, you hit the right stations, they'll play that regularly.
I think it was on Sirius XM Deep Tracks that time, but
Probably.
yeah, in heaven there is no beer. That's why we have to drink it here. And when
we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer.
Yep. Oh man, that cookies and cream stout we got from whatever that Jersey brewery it's weird, but it's tasty. Which, if my boss heard me say that, he'd be like, "Heathen, I cast thee out."
By the power of Athena.
Your boss is not fond of it, I take it?
My boss is not big on, like,
Gimmick beers.
Or, like, sticking weird flavors in beer. He takes the craft very seriously. So, like, if you joke about, like, pumpkin beer or green beer, he'll just be like, get out. like I told him... like, it was around St. Patrick's Day. I'm like, my dad's texting me to ask if you're making green beer. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's what I told him too. Okay, just making sure we're on the same page.
I mean, it's still not gonna top the guy asking, do you serve American beer?
Yeah. The waitress wasn't sure how to respond to that. All of the beer we have at the job is made in the building.
You can see the kegs right there.
Yeah. Like,
Brother in
say,
Christ!
now,
We are
when
in
you say
America.
American beer, do you mean sex in a canoe, or do you just mean beer made in America?
I think they may have been hoping that, like, we secretly had a stash of Budweiser or something. I don't know. But it's like the last time I checked, that part of the brewery wasn't in Afghanistan. It's still right here.
Yeah.
That feels like some shit my dad would pull.
I did see someone on Facebook at one point ask, like, how much does a Coors Light cost there? And I'm like, God damn it.
Coors Light will run you about $6. Mostly because we have to go out and buy it somewhere, and we still need to make profit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the dive bar next to our apartment does, like, $1 Coors night.
It's a dive bar. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd expect that.
I very rarely go. The last time I went there was when Courage was here, and he actually we were hanging out with a bunch of my coworkers, and it was dollar PBR night, and that's why we went.
I'm so sorry I missed that. Oh my god.
I mean, PBR isn't worth more than $1 anyway, but you know.
Yep.
Because I think you can actually buy it for what, it's like 75 cents a can if you buy the 24 pack.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, it's not good by any stretch of the imaginations, but dear God, is it cheap.
Yep.
That's why it's so popular on college campuses everywhere.
Okay. So this isn't my story, it's a friend of mine's story, but, frat party, and a friend of mine was tending bar, and, they ran out of good beer. They still had Natty. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Natty, I believe tankard of moose urine would be an apt description.
But do y'all have bush apple?
So, they ran out of good beer, but they still had Natty, so they sent one of the frat brothers to, go get more beer. And, so some girl comes up to my friend and is like, "Oh, do you have any more beer?" Well, we sent Thor out to go get more. We do have Natty, but you don't want to drink it. OMG! You have Natty? Yeah, but do you really? It's my favorite! Hey, Stephanie! Like she calls across the dance floor. They have Natty! OMG, they have Natty! This girl takes her full drink, pours it into like a potted plant, her full drink of something that is presumably something that is not Natty, and therefore at least semi-drinkable. But she pours it into a potted plant to go get a thing of Natty, and both girls are like, "Wow, you're like the greatest guy ever. You're giving us Natty. I think we're obsessed with you." And my friend's like, that's okay. I think that's a no. Hard pass. I may be a college guy at a frat house, but damn it, I have some standards.
That standard is no, we're not drinking Natty around here, no.
Yeah.
Natural light, get the hell out.
Blessing of Athena.
Lips that touch Natty will never touch mine.
But I made that joke about the bush apple because apparently Bush Beer has started making their apple variety. Which apparently was really popular at one point, and then they stopped making it, and they've started bringing it back. So just about every place that sells alcohol gets at least 6 or 7 calls daily, asking if they've got any Bush apple in.
You got any Battletoads? See, like
that, except people are actually want the stuff.
See, mostly when I go out and buy beer, it's like random craft stuff. I am fortunate to live in Yingling country and to also like Yingling, so like if I'm at a restaurant or something and they don't have like a good craft selection, I'll be like, "Oh hey, Yingling, I'll take that."
Yeah,